business is, if we could, is to approve the agenda, Robbie.
Yes, can I get a motion to approve the agenda for today's meeting?
So moved.
Thank you, Dr. Brown.
Second.
All right, thank you, Dr. LaDuff. Any questions? Any discussion? If there's no discussion, all approved by saying aye.
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 All right, let's move forth.
Okay, there's no public comment.
Okay,
And we have two items we need to take care of. And I'm just looking, if we could take care of the budget part first,
Okay.
and then go into executive session.
all right,
Every year, every district has to do a midterm adjustment based on their spending the first part of the year and your spending anticipation for the next. And Bonnie has prepared that, and she's prepared to give any explanation and give a high level view of it. But I want to point out one item in here that is new for us. I am proposing giving every staff member who's been employed with us all the way through the end of December a $500 retention supplement that they would receive in their January paycheck. And we're able to do this. We've held back and really monitored our expenses, and we're using a little bit of our fund balance. And this would be the one thing that's a little bit different. But Bonnie will go through the whole, whatever questions you may have about our whole midterm budget. And this would be up for an action item for you to approve so we can move forward.
okay. All right, Ms. Bonnie.
Thanks. So there is an attachment that you all should have received that's 2 pages to the for the budget amendment, and the first page is very similar to what you get in your financials. It's just an updated revenues and expenditures by function, assuming that you approve everything in the budget amendment. And then the second page is actually the detail of the changes. So I'm going to spend the most part of my time on the second page. There were no changes to the revenues. If you remember, we actually adopted the budget in June, and then we had a update after some amendments and things happened to federal grants. We changed and adjusted the revenues in August, and there haven't been any changes since then. But on the expenditure side, the first 6 items from curriculum team to regional program student coordinator, those are all items and personnel tweaks and things that we have made since July or August, and they're already in place. And then Sherry's already mentioned the employee supplement that we'd like to give this month. And then the remaining items are things that we looked at when we reviewed line item by line item that we believe need to be increased based on current expenditures. Those are things like the recruitment student recruitment supplies. Actually, we didn't budget anything for that. We hired a position. She needs money for some supplies when she's out and about working with the partner sites and things like that. Some of our security initiatives need to be increased. Little bit of legislative expenses, and that is because we budgeted for half a year of our legislative liaison by accident, and so this is the remaining of the year for that fee. And then you can see the conference fees and those things. And then the numbers in red are actually decreases in the budget. They're because we've tightened our teaching and our staff utilization at the sites for the most part as our student enrollment has declined. We tightened those numbers as we budgeted, but then we've actually continued to tighten it throughout the year. And we look at every time a vacancy appears, is there some way that we can do it differently to save money and more efficiently, because we are like you, most of our costs are in personnel, and so that's where we can save the majority of our funds. And we did have a little bit left over from our supplement last year, so that was the money that was budgeted to pay those people in November that didn't receive it last year. So we can save there, and it actually results in the adds and the subtractions a net increase of $177,000 and some change to the budget. That would be coming from the fund balance because As you remember, we're already dipping into the fund balance some bit, and so the bottom portion of the page just gives you a picture of what you approved in, August with the revenues being at 20 million, 20.7 million, expenditures at 24, and then the new expenditures, being a little bit higher than that. And our projected fund balance for this year changing from a little bit over 23 million to a little, 22.8. And I've taken a look, if we continue to use 3.5 to 4 million of the fund balance each year, I made a note there on the sheet, we still have about 3.5 to 4 years left before we would really be talking about some financial issues of, how will we make the budget work, in the future.
Okay. Any questions from the board members? All right, Bonnie, thank you for that presentation. All right. Dr. Gibney Sherman, anything else you want to add?
If we could just go ahead and make that an action item and
Okay.
vote on that, and then we can do executive session afterwards.
All right,
Oh.
can I, go ahead.
Leah, let Beverly in. There you go. I'm sorry.
Did you want us to go ahead and vote on it now
If
or?
we could, and we could
Okay.
just put that to bed, and then we'll go into the executive session.
Okay, guys, team, can I get an approval for the presentation of the amended budget that Ms. Bonnie Knight had shared with us?
I'll move to approve the amended budget.
All right, thank you, LaDuff.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, Ms. Levine as well as Dr. Price, second motion. So any discussion? All right, no discussion. All in favor, raise your hand by saying aye. Aye. All right, thank you. All right, let's go into executive session.
Leah?
Okay, I'm gonna have a room prepared for you. I'm just gonna
Okay.
open that room and just join.
Okay.
Are the rest still meeting in the breakout room, or do I need to close the room? I see Norris, Dr. Price still talking.
Yeah, I think you can close that room.
Go ahead and close the room. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they will force him back in here, but I didn't know. Don't want him to get stuck in the room. Give him a 60-second countdown.
Yes, I'll be glad to send it to you.
Thank you, Robbie.
Yes, I heard you.
I thought you might have gone a moment too
No,
soon.
no. I heard you. All right. Do I need to get a motion to come out of executive session?
Please, and actually, if you could get one to get in there too.
Oh, we did not. Oh, okay. I need a motion to go into executive session and a motion to come out of executive session. I apologize. I didn't follow Robert's rule.
I
So
make
moved.
one executive. Yeah, second on Dallas.
Okay. All right. Any discussion? No discussion. All in favor by saying aye. Aye. All right. All right. Now that we're out of executive session, Dr. Gibney Sherman, there are two things that I would like to bring to our attention so that we'll all be informed and to vote upon. The first thing is for us to accept the personnel recommendations discussed in executive session. And the second thing is to change the date of our next board meeting. Instead of January the 28th, it will be January the 21st. As many of you know, we will have Winter Gale on the 27th through the 29th, I believe. So can we vote on that, take a vote on that?
You're gonna make a consent,
Yes, let's vote on both of these items together. I'm sorry, consent.
sorry,
Yes,
I make a motion, we approve the consent agenda.
okay. Second.
I seconded.
All right, thank you, Dr.
Reese.
Price and Dr. Brown. All right, any discussion? No discussion, all in favor by raising your right hand and saying aye. Thank you. All right, next item is adjournment. Can I get a motion to adjourn this meeting? Thank you, Ms. Levine. Second, thank you to Dr. LaDuff. All right, guys, this meeting is adjourned. Have a great evening. Be safe.
Thank you,
And it's gonna be
guys.
cold, so bundle up.
all right, thanks again.
All right, take care.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
bye-bye.
All right.
Why am I not out?